Welcome to all of you. In this session, we are going to learn the subtraction operation. The problem statement: write an ALP to subtract the bytes in internal RAM 34H and 35H. Store the result in register R5, which holds the LSB part of the result, and R6, which holds the MSB part of the result. Let us start with the program. So first we are going to take R0 as the memory pointer. So we need to store the required memory location value to the R0. So move R0 comma hash 0x34. The value 34H will be loaded to the register R0. Then after we are initializing the register R6 where MSB part of the result will be stored to the value 0. So move R6 comma hash 00H. Then fetch the value stored in the first memory location to the accumulator. That is, now R0 consists of the location 34H. So from the location memory location 34H, whatever the value present in that location, that will be moved to the accumulator. So move A comma at R0. Then we need to fetch the data from its next memory location. For that we need to first increment the value of R0 so that it can point to the location 35H. Therefore increment R0. Then after fetch the value present in the memory location 35H to the register B, that is move B comma at R0. Now the two values which we want to perform the substitution now available in accumulator as well as register B. Now perform the subtraction operation using the instruction SUBB A comma B. It is going to perform like A is equal to A minus B. Contents of A minus contents of B. The answer will be stored in the accumulator itself. Now store the result available in the accumulator to the register R5. In case if the result is going to be negative, then it is going to generate a carry. Then we are going to decrement the R6. If the result is positive, then no carry will be generated. So there will be a termination of the execution. Remember, if the result is negative, then the answer will be available in the 2's complement format. Let us have that observation in the simulation. Now let us get into the simulation part. So first let us load the memory location 34 and 35 with the values. So we will be loading the value. So 05H first location and then 03H to another location, so that we can get the result as positive value. Now let us get into the execution part. Now first part, so move R0 comma 0x34. So R0 will be loaded with the value 34. Then after initialize R6 where MSB part of the result will be stored with 0. So it is updated. Then move the contents pointed by the values of R0 to the memory to the accumulator A. Now R0 consists of 0x34. That means the value present in the memory location 34H will be moved to the accumulator. So that value is equal to 5. So observe the accumulator over here. So now accumulator is updated with the value 5. Then after increment R0 so that we can fetch the value stored in the next memory location. So now R0 is updated and take the value present in the memory location 35H to the register B. So that is now register B updated. Perform the subtraction operation, that is A minus B we are going to perform, and the result we have to observe in the register A only. Now so after subtraction it is 5 minus 3 is the subtraction. The result is 2. Accumulator is now updated with the value 2. No carry will be generated in this case since the result is positive. If the result is negative, then a carry will be generated. So jump on no carry. To skip, it will take a move over here. So make a observation. So now it has directly come to this line for execution. R6 will not be altered anymore. Now store the result present in the accumulator to the register R5. So now result is available in R5. So R6 is equal to 0. So that will stop the execution. Right? So now let us make an observation of a negative answer over here. So I will just restart this simulation. Now I will just load a simple value. So load the value 1 subtracted with the value 2 I am going to take. So 1 minus 2 must be a negative answer, that is minus 1 we are going to get, and always you need to track the final answer in terms of 2's complement. That will observe at the end of the simulation. Procedurally, so R0 is loaded with 34, R6 is initialized with 00, and then contents pointed by R0 now move to register A or the accumulator, that's the value 1, increment R0, then at the location 35 the value will be moved to the register B, so that's the value 2. Perform the subtraction operation. So since 1 minus 2 becomes a negative answer, the answer that will be stored next in the accumulator will be in the 2's complement factor. So now this is in 2's complement. 0xff is the 2's complement of what we are supposed to get, because minus value will not be stored, so it will be stored in its 2's complement format. So now we have to observe carry is generated or not. So since this is a negative answer, the carry has been generated. So since carry has been generated, so decrement R6 has to get executed. Make an observation of that. Now execution came to this one. So decrement R6, it is going to happen. R6 is equal to 0. If we decrement that, then we are going to have, so there also FF we are going to get. Right? Now store the result present in the accumulator to the R5 as per the question. So now the result for this is equal to R6 0xff, R5 0xff. So you need to cross validate for this using the 2's complement procedure of subtraction. So let us continue for the halt operation. So that is the end of the execution of this one. Thanks for joining.